I went ahead and typed the rest of the information about the superheroes that I included in my table. So you can pause the video here and you can type in the rest of the information on your table. The next object that we are going to create is another table, but this time the table is going to be about villains. Pretty much anytime that you want to create something new in Access, you can go to the Create tab. So this is where you can find the different objects that you can create in Access. So we can choose to start our table from Datasheet view or Table Design view. I'm going to go back to Table Design so that I can set my next table up. And we are going to include our fields or our column names for our next table. So notice that there is not a primary key here. If I don't have a primary key, then I can use multiple of the same name in one column or one field. And I don't want to be able to do that because each arch nemesis has a different name. So I'm going to right click. Well, let me type in the field first. So this is going to be our arch nemesis. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to select primary key. So that tells Access that no two arch nemesis can have the same name. I'm going to use short text again. We can go ahead and change our field sizes. So we're going to do the field size of 20. Next field is going to be strength. So this is the arch nemesis strength. We'll do short text again. We'll do 15 for the field size. And then the next field will be their weakness. These two tables have relationships because the superhero table has an arch nemesis field and the arch nemesis field has an arch nemesis field name as well. So these two tables share a relationship, and we'll look at that a little bit later. So I'm going to also put the field size for 15 here. Okay, so what do I need to do whenever I'm ready to save my table, go into Datasheet view, and to be able to add data to this table? That's right, I need to go to the bottom right-hand corner. I can find Datasheet view. It's going to ask me if I wanted to save my table. Yes. I'm going to name this arch nemesis. I could have done feeling too. That's okay. And then I'll click OK. So now I'm back in Datasheet view. This is where I can enter my data. Remember, if I need to adjust my columns, I can click and drag to change the width. So for our arch nemesis, they're going to match up with the superheroes that we had on our other table. So the first one we're going to type in is Lex Luthor, arch nemesis of Superman. His strength, intelligence. Weakness, his ego. So I'm going to go ahead and type out the rest of these here, and then you can also fill them along and pause it as you need to. Right, so once we have our information entered in, you can see, well, if you like superheroes and comics, that type of stuff, you can see the relationship between the superheroes and who their arch nemesis is. And hopefully we got all the strengths and weaknesses right. We had to do a little research, so I'm not 100% sure about everything, but that's okay. So you can create tables or objects by going to the Create tab and choosing the object, but you can also import information into Access using different file types. So I want you to look on the Access screen and tell me which tab you think we'd use in order to get information from outside of Access. What will we use to bring information into Access? So look at those tabs on there, and I'll tell you what the correct answer is on the next video.